Works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Lead. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have...
Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Having a shot!
Oh, that was no routine save.
Danny Olmo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Chelsea with the corner. Dumfries is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, easy pickings there. There's a great tries one from range.
Zico! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets.
A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Manchester United go up by 2. And here's Bale.
Attack with real devilment. Go for that goal.
Oh. Bruno Fernandes.
Simple.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Yaya Toure. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He is through here! Oh, look, shoots! Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. A player who needs no introduction. Bruno Fernandes. Tries to play it through. Chance! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Minutes is number 10.
Manchester United visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Bale. Chelsea still have the cards to affect this game.
Substitution.
Silvestre getting this one clear. Oh, he's been caught napping. And this is decent chance! Al-Kubasi can clear it away. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's an excellent interception. And he thumps it clear. Done delicately. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And he's only too happy to take that back. Nicely shaped ball. The Rossi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Good ball, good take. Yaya Toure, looking to play him in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Xabi Alonso has created 1 goal already. And that has left him in a heap. And he is deftly away. Counts. Counts! That is some save from De Gea! And that has been cleared. It's just beyond his reach.
2
minutes to be added on. Back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, super find. That's going to go a long way. And time is up. Chelsea cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
the fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age.
Batistuta! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
A probing pass. Yaya Toure. De Rossi. Silvestre, and it's Neymar. Yaya Toure bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Batistuta. Looking for a runner. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Schlotterbeck. And it's McAllister. Serginho. He's a sharp little ball here. Nicely shaped ball. And that pass just didn't quite work. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Messi. Now it's Raul. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Brilliantly cut out. Schlotterbeck.
Neymar clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Serginho. Look at the space. Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's a lovely, neat pass. Well-timed, excellent interception. Batistuta. Dani Olmo. Oh, it's come to nothing. Van Dijk. And Serginho. Shapes to... It's hit the upright. Mbappe.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Hakimi. Now Schlotterbeck. And it's McAllister. Mbappe. Mbappe running with the ball. Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half
Security
brings.
staff for each block. Please
So,
report
nothing
the
to report
staff
so far on
immediately.
the goals front.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. Away we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hakimi spots it and intercepts. That's really well manoeuvred. Lovely pass, but can he get there? No way through, so back it comes. He'll try from distance! It's a loose ball. Opts to play it back. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. And it's Hakimi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Szoboszlai. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That has been cut short. And still, we await the first breakthrough.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping.
Decent chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Might be dangerous. And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he thumps it clear. And he's there to belt it away. Raul. And it's Messi. McAllister. And it's Hakimi. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Neymar. And this is Batistuta. Dani Olmo. Goes for the shot!
Substitution.
He's going for goal! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Doué's cross. And he's taking no chances there.
Napoli really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Doué stood his ground strongly. He's found space here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Pau Kubasi clears. And that's it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Chelsea certainly had some good
Just a quick
moments,
reminder
Peter.
today,
There were plenty
please
of
refrain
encouraging
from
spells
parking
that
outside
more
the
should have been
stadium.
made of.
Thank you very much for your...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Hazard, Soboslai does really well there, he is strong. Yamal. And he's taking no chances there. He is through here. Goes for goal! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And Batistuta! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Chelsea have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Donnarumma gets it away. Spread it left. And that has been cleared. Now it's Batistuta. Well, nicely intercepted.
Arsenal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something... Roll! And that was probably asking just too much. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's only too happy to take that back. Knocks it into space. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And no, that was never going to make it. Neymar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's Hazard! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. That has not gone well. Well, it's Batistuta. Gets a good foot in there. Looking for the run. Aimed beyond the defence. That's the keeper's ball. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Chelsea go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Celebrating their birthdays today.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Chelsea just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Looking for a runner. That has been knocked clear. And it's Hazard. Nicely weighted ball. Saka gets into a good position. He's had a shot! That's put paid to the danger. Still just a single goal between the sides. Now it's Batistuta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
That is a great pick out. Caught offside that time. And he's being shifted off it. Van Dijk in with the challenge. Played into space. Couch. Swings in across. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. De Rossi tries from a long way out. Can he get it through? And it's Yaya Toure. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. That's destined for the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Chance for a shot! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Oh no, this does not look good. Batistuta! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that really should have been that.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back. The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge high. Can he finish? It's their second corner of the game.
In progress.
And it's been taken short. Rodri kept his eye on it, and he's there. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. And he's managed to get rid.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Now, can they get him away? Neymar! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And here's Neymar, and that's gone loose. Yaya Toure, and Yaya Toure!
Time.
A real chance and a real let-off. Saka, and it's Mane. Looking to play him in. He's found space here.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And that is that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Batistuta claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Volunteers for each block.
Well, how will
please
we look
report
back
to
on
the
that?
staff room
Chelsea
immediately.
really were great today.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Pete.
And there's the shot! And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
It's out for a goal kick. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Batistuta. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Great chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
The Rossi with the clearance. Now it's Neymar. He has found the way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Danny Olmo, there's the shot! It's a loose ball. Danny Olmo, Deco wins the duel this time. Now it's Mbappe. No, he's not getting his way this time. He's found a way through. And it's made its way to him. An uncompromising challenge. Marquinhos gets it clear. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Chelsea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that is well cleared. Serginho makes the interception. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, good spread. Now it's Couch. Bullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Pau Kubasi getting this one clear. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Chelsea are looking to break at pace. Pinches it off him. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And he's managed to get rid. And that's a throw-in. And it's Vitinha. Deftly away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Adams. That's an imaginative pass. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So right back into the action.
Chelsea have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now he's got space here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Ambitious ball here. And he's gone looking for safety. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Nicely aimed pass. Bastoni gets it away. Out again for a throw-in. Deco plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. A probing pass, and he welcomes it in. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. That's really well cleared. Batistuta did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's having a shot! Well taken goal. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
The first breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Mbappe!
Auxerre really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Nice, ended up in no man's land. Schneider. Oh, it's a chance, surely! And no mistake. Auxerre back on level terms.
The goal scorer for Auxerre.
Pressure, what
After
pressure?
79
He feels
minutes
none of it.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Number 13, Danny Olmo.
We're looking at a
Coming on the
different
field
game now.
Auxerre really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
That's a cute ball. Oh, that was vital. Pass somewhat off target. And that was asking for too much. Played into space. Dink through. Oh, good take in a good area. Batistuta! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Neymar.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Azar coming on here as broadly expected.
There will be 5
Well, this
minutes
could
added
lead to
time.
the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
And they've got rid. Searching pass he's played there. Looking to play him in. So that's it. It is all over. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end.
Batistuta.
Picking up the Man of the Match
A quick
award,
reminder
and
today
no
that
surprise
smoking
there.
is only allowed in areas shown on this
What
map.
are your thoughts on today? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Batistuta is fouled. Neymar. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Looking for the run. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And we have our very first corner. Gerrard goes short. He's had a shot! That was quite a hit. Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Aimed beyond the defence. Chelsea so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Goes for a shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Szoboszlai has ended up in no man's land. Szoboszlai is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And that was nowhere near his best. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Pelé. And it's Gerrard. Rodri. And it's Gerrard. Passing nice and neat. There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, that's nice. Crossed into the middle. Corner number 2 then. Gerrard with the short one. Chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. Toure can get it clear. Upamecano knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Donnarumma claims comfortable.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, Red, nice interception. That's a good ball out wide.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And this is Pelé! Threads one in, skillfully cut it. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, simply
Please
put,
take this
Peter, they
opportunity
haven't
to
been
pay a
good
visit
enough
to our
to
official
trouble the
store,
opposition.
where memorabilia
They
from
need
today's
to play
match
with
are
more
now
courage in
available.
the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Chelsea really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Silvestre. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Fiore. Neymar pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Lovely pass, but can he... Oh, shooting chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Fiore. That's good play. Bebeto! Now, who's going to be first to this? Deftly away. Toure kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he can thump it away. That is good alertness. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Bebeto goes looking wide. So much time and... Can he finish? It's a goal! The first significant strike. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's quick to return it. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! And the lead lasts no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Substitution on the
Oh,
field.
he's managed to get it all wrong.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
They've played it short. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So their fourth quarter of the game. And it's been taken short. And that's played in low. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Gerrard. Rodri. He's in a great position here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Into a
minutes has
minimum
been
of
indicated.
4 minutes additional time. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Well, we expected better, and so did he. But great chance! Oh, and the referee says that that is it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for...
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. But network is problem. Thank you. Wisa.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola, as composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot in forming attack after attack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a manager on the pitch.
Well, astute.
Terrific effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Threads one in. Hazard. Chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Hazard. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This looks... Girassi!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chelsea are still to register a shot on target as and the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Messi.
Chelsea really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Can he get on the end of this? Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking for options for movement. Barcelona have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
That's put paid to the danger. And they're quick to get it back. Looking tidy in possession here. Yaya Toure. And that's another good win of the ball. Now he's having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. They've got a corner here. Side, actually. Comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be...
Decent chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Diouf. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Diouf receives it in a good position here.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
This is a promising build-up. Tries to play it through. Rijkaard. That's a lovely, neat pass. And Messi! Messi! Genius! He's got himself an absolute peach. It's all becoming so easy. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
A case now of complete control. Batistuta looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Silvestre. Nicely weighted ball. Chelsea still have the cards to affect this game. Diouf.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Kubasi. Now it's Hazard. That ball looks a good one. Nice interception, well timed. Now, can they get him away? Hazard. He is through here. Rijkaard. Out towards the flank. That has ended up in no man's land. That has been cut short. Now it's Girassi. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Substitutions taking place.
Yeah, he might have been looking for a gap there, Peter, but he couldn't find it. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he is deftly... Oh, it's a clear foul, and the referee's got a decision to make. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Serginho has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card. He's having a good look here. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Messi.
There will be
Oh, it's a
3
nice
minutes
idea,
at a
but
time.
the execution was lacking. Girassi. Oh, super find. Oh, he's burst through. And there goes the final whistle. Chelsea have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
And just a quick reminder today.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
Now it's Neymar. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Raul. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has ended up in no man's land. Alexander-Arnold. Couch. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a lovely, neat pass. Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Threads one in.
And a chance! Goal! Celtic!
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's a searching pass. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Couch. Couch makes a move down the right.
That's positional gold. The
Shoots! Delicious from Jude! About as smooth as it gets. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Quite exquisite, brilliantly dispatched.
That's brilliant control, Peter, from an awkward height too. You know, it's great improvisation here.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you,
Applies the finish!
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Couch. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Totti. Oh, well measured. And he welcomes it in. And that has been knocked clear. Batistuta. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Raul. Now there's a...
He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring!
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Celtic are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Celtic find a position of real strength now. Totti. Batistuta! Rising over the bar.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Now it's Couch. He's in a good...
It's Asa!
It's hit the crossbar. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Wedding anniversary for one of our fan club members.
So right back into the action. 45 minutes to change their fate.
Shot a goal!
Cleared without hesitation.
Totti!
Couch. Van Dijk. Raul. He's had it taken off him. counts, proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Aimed beyond the defence, and it's been played through.
He's having a shot!
And that's off target. "60 minutes played. And he welcomes it in.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders.
Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Alexander-Arnold is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Substitution on the field.
They're taking a moment to
Number
consider their
13,
options.
Danny Olmo. Coming on to replace him is number 4, Schlotterbeck. Substitutions taking place.
And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now, can they get him away? And he's got away from it. Oh, just a kick.
And Batistuta! Brilliant! A finish of true class! They're back within reach!
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So could they be onto something here? And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Kukçu. That's a cute ball. That's been cut out, well played. Kukçu is the team's great visionary.
And the shot!
Not a bad try by any means.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Dirk Kuyt.
Chelsea
Coming on
making
the
further
field
changes
is
here, and
number
in
10,
quick succession.
Messi.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism.
Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Can he finish? And no mistake. Back to within 1. Interesting.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Played into space.
That is Stuta! Well taken goal. And he is just ripping it up. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through...
And it's Batistuta.
And Batistuta! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it?
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
6 added minutes
Chelsea.
have been
Big
indicated.
chance!
Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
We are into stoppage time. Serginho.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Kochu. Driving through the middle.
They have held on just.
Chelsea have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Batistuta, very much the hero in this
Please be
game.
reminded that drinking is only allowed.
So
in the
there we
areas
have it,
shown on this
Jim.
map.
A
Thank you
game
very much for your
seemingly
cooperation.
destined for stalemate.
Hi, Dicky Mama. Welcome, bro. Dicky. Welcome to our channel.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, the Spanish really have been churning out some genuine quality at left-back, and this guy, Alex Grimaldo, is another one of them. I think the modern game has allowed him to do what fullbacks are doing generally. They're thriving in terms of getting forward, getting into deep opposition space, and he's one that can't resist any opportunity to make those penetrating runs.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Shevchenko receives it in a good position here. Spread it left. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Xavi Alonso. Szoboszlai. Now, can they get him away? Well timed, excellent interception. So it is still 0-0. He's got away. He is just caressing the ball. Pings in across. Oh, great leap! Goal! Egypt! And we have liftoff. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
20 minutes is number 22.
Egypt have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Szoboszlai. This is Batistuta. Xavi Alonso. Wriggles his way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And here's Neymar. Half an hour played now. And it's Xavi Alonso. Great vision. That has been cut short. Neymar. That's a cute ball. Chelsea have it back and can go again. Neymar has the space to scheme. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Pass somewhat off target. Tries to pass it through. Now that's well seen too. Xavi Alonso. And that is out of play. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I'd like to draw
Chelsea
your
trailing
attention to
by
the screen
the tightest
right now
of
for
margins at
information on
half-time.
our shuttle bus service.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substitution on the field, number 8, Shevchenko. Coming on the
We're
field
on the move again.
is number 18.
Chelsea really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Szoboszlai. The message is clear, none shall pass. And this is Count. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chelsea do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Aimed beyond the defence. That's very neat. Marquinhos with the clearance. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Chance! And that's in! And with that, he becomes a member of the exclusive 300 Club.
The goal scorer.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Chelsea restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he's intervened well there.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Kukçu tries to play it through. Can he spark a counter here? No, not quite on the same wavelength.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Chelsea perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, it's a great ball here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Goes down, but nothing given. Into the last quarter of an hour. Can he get on the end of this? Nice interception, well timed. Donnarumma getting this one clear.
Egypt really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Well read, nice interception.
Substitution on the field, number 7, Neymar. Number 20, Kukçu. Coming on the field, number
And he can
11,
clear it away.
Hazard. Number 13,
Threads one in.
Daniel.
Baresi
Substitution
gets
in
over and
progress.
intercepts. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, that's fabulous.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Soboslai clears.
2 added minutes has been
2
indicated.
minutes to be added on. Baresi calmly anticipates. Marquinhos. And that signals the end. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Batistuta claiming the man of the match
Fellow
award,
attendees,
and
this
there is
a
very
lost
little room for
children's
argument.
announcement. With the father of a boy in
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The
Hello,
game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Barcelona have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
They'll try from distance! Cherky gets on his bike and on the move. And he's managed to get free. And Shevchenko! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So, a breakthrough already. Strong running down that left flank. He's found a way through. De Rossi determined to win it back. Now, can they get him away? Cannavaro gets across to intercept that.
Chelsea are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's a sharp little ball here. Makaleli, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And the pass is intercepted. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Batistuta. And he cuts out the supply. Barcelona are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo. It's not a style that anyone can necessarily play easily, Peter.
And it's Joelinton. Makaleli. Passing nice and neat. Nice-looking ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Cherky. Fernando Torres. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Messi. Now it's Torres.
There will be 1 minute
Dani
at a
Olmo.
time.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of...
And it's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Chelsea trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Today that smoking is
Yeah, you don't get
allowed
any
in
points
areas
for
shown on
stating
this
the
map.
obvious, Peter,
Thank
but
you for your
thankfully this is
cooperation.
still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the
Substitution
intensity
for
high,
Barcelona.
and hope for an early goal.
Number 6,
If that happens, it's a game changer.
Coming
Well,
on
that
to
is the
replace
first half
him
done,
is
and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Mbappe.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Chelsea really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's another good win of the ball. Makaleli. Bout of passing here, really easy on... Can he finish? And another try! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. That's destined for the flank. Soboslai kept his eye on it, and he's there. It's played through for him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Couch with a reputation for taking on any shot. Nice bit of trickery. Can he get it through? And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Chelsea with the corner. They're first. Soboslai plays it short. Look at the Kachu! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Shevchenko thinks about the shot.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Oh, that's a very... Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish! There seemed no way back, but they are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Chelsea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
Chelsea really can sense it now.
Goes for a shot! That is delicious! A finish of true class! And again they hit the front.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
The most accurate pass.
Chelsea really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Into the last 5 minutes. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Barcelona nearly finished it off there, but now it's...
He's having a shot! It's a goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Barcelona have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. And the shot's on here. Oh, it's come loose. And there goes the final whistle. Chelsea were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, we all know that Harry Maguire has come under a lot of scrutiny over the years, Peter. But I think he's passed most tests with flying colours. It'll be interesting to see how the opposition might test him.
And Shevchenko! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
After
That's
6
expertly
minutes
finished,
is
and he's done that
number
so often.
13, Andrei Shevchenko.
Chelsea are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Marquinhos. Marmoush!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And he was quick to react.
Looking for a runner. Mohamed Salah.
Valverde. And Edmilson.
Salah threads one in. He's found the way, and Marmoush! And he should have made them pay.
Marmoush has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Nice bit of trickery.
Chelsea really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Great ball, and he's in here. Marmoush! That's really well cleared.
Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. And it's Szoboszlai.
Now it's Neymar.
And that's been intercepted.
Mohamed Salah.
Edmilson.
That's a throw. And here's Marmoush.
Neymar. That is a great pick out. And this is Batistuta.
There's a no-nonsense tackle.
Maguire getting this one clear. Edmilson. That's a little off target.
Dani Olmo.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Pinches it off him. And it's Salah.
He's having a pop! He's done very well to get to that.
Szoboszlai actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
It's Salah! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Edmilson. And the pass is intercepted. And for the first half, that is that. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And now, to
Chelsea
all members of the
unable to
crowd,
get back
I'd
onto
like
level
to
terms
ask you
before
to join me
half-time.
in
They
wishing
trail
our
1-0.
birthday boy a very
Well, let's not
special
beat about the
birthday.
bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution in progress.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Chelsea really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow.
He'll try from distance! He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Szoboszlai! Superb from Szoboszlai! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Number 6, Szoboszlai.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Shevchenko, and he's quick to snatch it back. Tries to play it through. Oh, played right into his path. Real chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Some resolute defending there. And now they can clear their lines.
Paris Saint-Germain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Just about up to the hour now. Mohamed Salah tries to pass it through. Probing pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Edmilson, and here's Raul. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great defending, strong and determined. Salah. Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's ambitious. Now it's Raul. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cafu, looking for options for movement. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Spread neatly. Neymar. And there's green grass ahead of him. Batistuta. He leaps for it! And no mistake! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Number 9, Gabriel Batistuta.
Chelsea cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Number 13, Danny Olmo. Number 18, Dirk Kuyt. Coming on the field, number 20, Kukçu. Number 10, Messi. Substitutions taking place.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. And he gets rid in a hurry.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nicely weighted ball. Can he get on the end of this? Takes a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Looking for the run. Roll! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's quick to get rid. Szoboszlai. Oh, red, nice interception. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I think it would be impossible to overlook this fella, Lamine Yamal. Obviously, he's often deployed as an inverted winger, but what stands out in his game is that he really thrives on one-on-one situations, and I always think that that brings excitement and entertainment to a game of football. And of course, his job is to supply, and it's never as easy as people think. but he's doing it quite well.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Zanetti made a surge from full, and Batistuta! And no, just off target. There's a sharp little ball here. Now that's well seen too. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Yamal, he has found the way through. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. And that is well cleared. Yamal. Rui Costa. Chance for a shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
That is ended up... Ah, he's given it away! Batistuta! Oh, the ball's run loose. Neymar! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
He's in plenty of space here. He is through here! And here's Berbatov. He's in a good position here. Tries a shot! It's off target and by quite a way. Sunderland are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Sunderland with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. The Rossi trying to keep this in. Kubasi gets it away. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. And here's Rui Costa.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Batistuta. Zanetti. Played towards the front line. That's a cute ball. Brilliantly cut out. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. And so the action is resumed. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And here's Berbatov. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he can thump it away. And he's forced to go back. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard. And here's Berbatov. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Akanji cuts it out. Looking for options for movement. Showing good feet. The Rossi can clear it away. Great vision. Now it's Neymar. Batistuta. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
They've played it short, and this is Count, and this is Yaya Toure. There's the shot! Dani Olmo! Nearly, but not quite.
Dani Olmo certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Coming on to replace him is number 20, Kukcu.
Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And here's Berbatov. Oh, this looks sharp. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Threads one in. And he's quick to return it. Martinez claims comfortably.
Chelsea clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Substitution in progress.
Count crosses. That's going to go a long way. He's got away. Rashford. Rashford proves just a little bit too strong. Played into space. Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Kukcu. He'll try from distance!
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He won't be happy with that one. Tries to pass it through. He might be in here! Plenty to aim at here. And the shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! Well, would you believe that? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Field, number 18, Jack Count. Number 7, Neymar. Coming on the field.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
The seriously rapid Serginho takes a shot. Lacking in accuracy.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Nicely weighted ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Kaut. Now it's Dani Olmo. Threads one in. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Odo. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Neymar. Shapes to shoot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Kaut was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now this could be a chance. Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Great vision. Now, can they get him away? It's out for a goal kick. Neymar. Dani Olmo picks it up out wide. Bernardo Silva is the team's great visionary. Now they can break here. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival.
Marseille really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Serginho. Batistuta. Well, that is one way to stop him. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's a throw-in. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Cannavaro. Looking for options for movement. And he's got the beating of his man. And a chance! And it's a goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams. And it had...
And that is indeed the final act. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Chelsea are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. We're on the move again. Chelsea leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Elise tries to play it through. Spread neatly. Batistuta. In comes the corner. Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Batistuta! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Otto makes a move down the right. It's played through for him. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Araujo is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Chelsea just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Looking to play him in. Pau Kubasi is there, and he can get that clear. Just about up to the hour now. Paris ended up in no man's land. Cannavaro knocks it into space. Tries to pass it through. And the through ball. Goes for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Chelsea really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that
Substitution on the
counter.
field, number 18, Jack Count. Coming on to replace him is number 10, Messi.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Araujo. Chelsea perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And the shot! Well, now... Oh, Neymar! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Number 13, Danny Olmo. Coming on the field is number 20, Kukcu.
Kukcu gets it away. Chelsea have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Pass somewhat off target.
Marseille really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Searching pass he's played there. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's shifting through the gears here. And that is... And it's hit the woodwork and out. Deftly away.
Chelsea nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
2 added minutes has been
That
indicated.
looks a decent ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Chelsea have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Batistuta, voted man of the
Please
match,
join me
and
in
deservedly
wishing all
so.
the best for members of our fan club
You
celebrating
look back
their
on the game
winning
then, Jim. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography,
Hello,
the
everybody,
camaraderie.
and welcome
The
to
fans have
today's
pulled out
match.
all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're underway.
I think it goes without saying, Peter, that Michel Platini will be standout here.
Yeah, a man of course. Ibrahimovic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now, what about this cross? And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ambitious ball here. It's played through for him. Beckenbauer. Platini. Searching pass he's played there. Silvestre. Knocks it into space. Oh, played through for the... Here's a chance! And he's managed to get rid. Nicely shaped ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Some really good ball movement. Has a look and plays it forward. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Nice interception, well timed. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Totti. Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. Takes a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Paris Saint-Germain have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Big chance! It's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And this is Batistuta. And the shot! And that's a good finish. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Chelsea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation.
He's had a shot! Oh, good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Paris Saint-Germain now in a position far more desirable.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
There will be 3 minutes
Counts.
at a time.
He's had it taken off him. Platini. Schneider can see things others simply cannot. And for the first half, that is that. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
And a quick reminder today, everybody, to make sure to put any litter in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation.
So off we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, that is superb. Oh, that is asking for trouble. That's the throw. Cannavaro. Cole does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Tries to play it through. Platini has it in a wide position. He is through here. And he's whipped it across. It's out for a goal kick. Zanetti picks it up from the goal kick.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Cannavaro. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti. Plays a sharp little ball here. Showing great feet there. Totti. Oh, it's Batistuta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Dani Olmo. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Schneider. And it's Michel Platini. Zanetti. Donnarumma claims comfortable. Zanetti. Cole. Platini has created one goal already. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Danny Olmo.
So we have movement on both
Number
benches.
18, Dirk Kuyt. Coming on the field, number
That's
20,
been intercepted.
Kukcu. Number 10, Messi.
Cannavaro.
Substitution in progress.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Schneider. Can he get it through? He might be in here. It's Neymar! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Zanetti does well to get it back. Silvestre made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now it's Van Basten.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Great vision. Chips it through. And that is as far as it goes. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium,
and
and the
welcome
players
to
on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Batistuta turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's a precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for every one of those match days. He's a shining example for anybody with aspirations like that. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
This is Batistuta, and Batis! It's hit the uprights. Chelsea with the corner, they're first. Tries to get it clear. Al Hilal are looking to go forward now. Kubasi pokes it out wide. Knocks it into space. Pings it across.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's straight offside. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Some good work on the right flank here. Conte. And this is Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! About as smooth as it gets! And Al Hilal are in front. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Messi demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away.
And Batistuta! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
And the pass is intercepted. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Neymar. And it's Conte. Messi. Messi! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for options for movement. Neymar. Neymar plays it in. Neymar. Oh, Red, nice interception. Good chance here! Conte. Forwards and with intent. Neymar. Nice control. Ball swung. He's having a shot!
taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
That's it, 45 minutes up.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage
Please
an
turn
even
your
more
attention
ambitious
to the
approach
screen
in the
for
second half,
information
Peter, with
provided by the
control
local
already
police.
established.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Batistuta spread it left, and he's managed to get
Such
free.
good technique.
Neymar goes for a shot, and that's in. It is an explosive start to the second half. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half...
Oh, what a mistake! He's picked his way through, and Batistuta! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Goes for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
And a chance! And he's heaved it away.
Chelsea really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Let's put paid to the danger. Corner number 2 then. And he thumps it clear. And that has been slung wide. Yaya Toure. Edmilson looking to provide the solidity his team so need. And that has been cleared. And now they can clear their lines.
Substitution.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Corner number 3 coming up. Messi plays it short. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. That is good alertness. Edmilson. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Very nicely done. Edmilson knocks it out wide. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a sharp pass.
Al Hilal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And this is Neymar. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Substitution in progress.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Kirkchu, and he welcomes shot at goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Soboslai goes short.
Chelsea really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 5
He has
minutes
found the way
added
through.
time.
Al Hilal claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. So their fourth corner of the game. And he can thump it away. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's it. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. The end of the game. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. Neymar turning out for what will be his 400th. Batistuta! It's Couch! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Let's a look and place it forward. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Utrecht clear.
Decent chance! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Utrecht are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Quality ball. That's a decent clearance. Neymar. Well timed, excellent interception. Threads one in. Oh, just... He's having a shot! And there's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was a given, it always was.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to pass it through. Count receives it in a wide position. Dani Olmo! Dani Olmo! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Dani Olmo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And it's Neymar. Now it's come to nothing. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Pickford can clear it away. Silvestre is in a really good position out wide. Chiellini. Rafinha. Neymar. Rafinha. And this is Shevchenko. Yaya Toure. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Olmo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, what has happened? Chance, surely! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rijkaard. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Second period then underway.
Chelsea have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
De Rossi, and he was quick to react. Oh, that's a key interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Chiellini is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Count. Now, can they get him away? Oh, shooting chance! And this is Batistuta. No foul, says the referee. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for the run, and that could set him on his way. pass is intercepted. Now it's Vieri. Looking to play him in. Not the most accurate pass. There will be a throw-in. That pass has been well intercepted. Rijkaard. Kout. And here's Batistuta. A chance! It's a goal! And there he is, the epitome of enduring excellence. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Substitution on the field.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Played into space. That has been knocked clear.
Coming on the field.
Nicely shaped ball.
Messi.
That's really well cleared.
Utrecht really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He'll try from distance! Brilliant from Rafinha! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Oh, that's well spotted.
2 added minutes has been
No, that was
indicated.
never going to make it. Searching pass he's played there. Pass somewhat off target. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Batistuta, taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim.
Chelsea can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.